Hey everyone, Egman here with another deck profile. Today we're going to look at the green Frieza starter deck that I played in my live stream this last Friday. I've been streaming pretty regularly on Twitch and also dual streaming on YouTube with it as well, but if you're not following me on Twitch, please consider doing that in the description or with the link in the description below. And then also I do have gameplay from that stream as part of this video as well, so if you want to skip to that, hit the timestamp in the description and let's go look at the list. Alright, here's the list. A couple quick things before we get started. One, this is not my original idea for a deck. I've been seeing this floating around for a bit, and this is just my take of it, including seeing White Kid play it on my stream last week as well. So he played this deck, and I reached out to him trying to get his list, and he didn't respond, so boom, I just made my own. Here it is. And it just seems really good, especially with the new promos that came out, which also, there are some proxies for this just because they're not updated in the database right now, so I'll go over those in just a second, but also since some of these promos might be hard or impossible to get for some of you guys, here's some additional cards to think about running in their stead, and I'll go over them at the end of this list discussion. But the cards that we're subbing in is this Golden Frieza is instead this Cooler promo. The super broken card, we'll go over it as well, but that's that Unison instead of this one. Instead of this kind of stinky Ginyu, we've got the better Ginyu. We got this guy. Oh, I did it again. Oh man, there it is. Okay, there's Ginyu. We're going to talk about him as well, but we use this Ginyu instead of the 2-drop Ginyu, and we use this 2-drop Zarbon from the promo set as well instead of this 3-drop Zarbon. I just had those guys just so I know which one you're talking about, but use the promo cards, not these guys, or even some of the cards in the side deck instead of these guys. Alright, so first, let's just talk about the leader real quick. Perm, you can include Saiyans, and I'm 99% sure I didn't use Saiyans, so correct me if I'm wrong. Bardock also is not a Saiyan because it doesn't have any traits, so just don't fact check me on that. But auto, choose one Frieza army card in your battle area and send it to your owner's drop, and then when this card attacks a leader card, your opponent chooses one card from their hand and sends it to the drop, and then you can choose up to one card in your life and add to your hand. So not only do you get to get some hand destruction in, but you also get some self-awakening, which is really nice. And then when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw one card and then switch up to one of your energy to active mode and flip this card over. So untap one, draw one for one. And then on the awakened side, it has auto when this card attacks, draw one. And also the active main is like the swing on the other side. So active main, choose one Frieza's army card in your battle area, place it in the owner's drop. Choose one card in your opponent's hand, discard it, and then choose up to one of your green Unison cards, and it gains critical for the turn. All right. This effect is so good just on the flip side, because not only you can just do some really nice things when you awaken. You can swing at this leader, make them discard one, take a life to get you to 4, and then you can awaken. And then since the discard one is on the active main and not the swing, you can use this ability again, make them discard another card, which is great. And then also you get to choose one of your you get to choose a card they discard too, so which is always better than them getting to choose which cards they discard. And then also you get to choose one of your green Unison cards and give it critical as well. So that all three of those effects are just busted, especially when you can consider one, you can just, even if you just untap one energy and just play a 1-drop, you can get this active ability life, so it's really easy to do that. And it just being able to discard 2 cards of your opponent's in just kind of like this short burst is just really powerful as well. So that's that idea. And so the entire deck revolves around kind of getting a lot of absurd value off this Frieza's Army Healing Pod, while also making sure your opponent discards their own cards. So what's this card do? This is an older card, like a year and a half from Clash of Fates, but auto once per turn, when you play a green battle card from your drop area, draw 1, and then active main for 2 green and 2 colorless. Place this card in its owner's drop area, choose up to 1 battle card, any cost of 4 or less from your drop area and play it. We don't use this card effect as much, but if you want to play 4 to, play a rebrand from your drop area, you can do it. Nothing's stopping you. But this auto once per turn is what the key of this deck is, and it really revolves around how broken the Sidoriya is. I really think like something needs to change with this card, because it's just way too flexible. And it's either I'm not 99% sure. To me, I'm pretty sure that this Frieza's Army Healing Pod is going to get banned halfway through the set. I think it's going to generate too much value. But yeah, this Sidoriya is super good. So if your lead card is green, Frieza card, and you have a green Unison card in play, if this card is placed in your drop area by a skill, you play it from your drop area instead. So we have some cards to do that. And then also activating for 1 green, if this card's in your drop area and you have a green Frieza card as your leader and a green Unison card in play, you can add this card from your drop area to your hand. So just being able to recycle this card too is already like busted in a lot of ways, but all the interactions it has with the deck just exuberated it to just such a high level. So for our Unison cards, we've got 2 of this guy. So you can use this +1 effect to choose 1 card in your hand, discard it, draw 1. And then you can play this Dodoria for free with it, and then you get to draw another card off Healing Pod if you have it open, and then you also have a card you can blow with Frieza to make sure that your opponent discards 1 card. So that's just like a huge swing in value in a lot of ways. The cooler double so because you're able to, its +1 is you discard a card and then draw 2. So you get to play the Dodoria, and then you also get to draw 3 cards, and you also get to make sure like you get them to discard a card too. So it's just so much value off of these small interactions that you're getting way more cards than your opponent, and then when it comes to 1-for-1 trades, you're just always ahead for it. So that's the idea for that. And so some other cards that can abuse Frieza's Army Healing Pod. We've got pretty much the other 2 cards we're talking about. So we've got this Ginyu. So counterattack, negate the attack, then play this card, and permanent during your opponent's turn. If you have a green Unison card in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. And when this card is played, add to 1 green Frieza's Army card with 9k power or less from your drop area to your hand. If you do, choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. So you can just have no cards in hand except for this, except for the Ginyu. Activate play its counterattack, play it, and then you can add a Doria from your drop area to your hand, and then just immediately discard it, and then you play it because it got discarded. And then if you play it and you have Frieza's Army Pod, you get to draw a card. So for 1 energy, you get 2 cards on the field, and you get to replace the card in your hand, and you get to negate an attack. That's just like an absurd amount of value, all things considered. And then you have like cards you can blow up with your Frieza leader to make them discard cards next turn too. So like that's really good. And then there's also the Zarbon. He's pretty good as well, but so he's blocker 5k. So blocker's nice in itself, but for 1 green you can choose 1 green card in your hand, discard it, play this card from your drop. So you can just immediately proc Frieza's Army Healing Pod, which is for free. And auto, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, when this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd, you can choose your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, discards it. So you just play this for free, and then you make your opponent discard a card with your Frieza effect, and then you can pop the Zarbon. If you do it in the right order, if you say the right order, you can make them discard 2 cards, and you only discarded 1, but you also drew 1 card for playing the card, so that's like an immediately +2 for 0 energy, or for 1 energy, mind you. So like that's just kind of busted in a lot of ways in itself. I'm probably saying busted and broken a lot this video, but I truly mean it. This seems like a lot of absurd value, and I think something needs to change with this. But we'll see if it does. Some additional cards. Can we talk about Dormant Pressure? Like this Dormant Potential is just stupid good. It's also good for activating your Dodoria on your opponent's turn as well, because you can just discard a Dodoria with this card's effect. It plays it. They can only swing 1 more turn and 1 more time through the turn, and you also get your Frieza's Army Healing Pod active, so that seems kind of silly. And yeah, and then, like this card just makes you super safe too. Like you can just tap out every turn, and you can know that as long as you can kind of read them, you can make sure that Dormant Potential can be used, so they don't swing more than 1 more time than the time. So you're always safe, and this is used for 0 energy too. So like this helps out the deck just be really greedy, because you can always just play this card and then you're safe for 1 turn guaranteed, almost guaranteed, like pretty much. But Frieza's Charismatic Villain is also the card that gets you there, because you also play this card for free, and then it's a 10k that just KOs something with 7 or less. Even if you just play this on curve, where you play this on turn 2 and pop 1 of their 2-drops, then on like turn 3 you can play Fuse Zamasu for 1 energy, and now you have a 20k indestructible that's every time it swings your opponent has to discard a card. So like this is a really busted interaction too. And then even if you don't have that, if you just play this Frieza by itself, you can it's like another Frieza's Army that you can just pop with your leader or stuff too. So so that's good stuff. Zarbon, this is probably like one of the weakest cards in the deck, and it's still fine. You play it, you look top 5 for Frieza's Army with any cost of 4 or less are Unison cards, so you can just find cards like the Dorian stuff. And then also, active battle for 1 green. If your lead card's a green Frieza and you have a green Unison card in play, you can send this card from your drop area to your warp. Choose 1 leader. A Unison card gets plus 10k power for the battle. So it's only defensive on the leader card, because it won't be able to have an active battle for your Unison defensive step, but still just free value from a card, which is nice. Rebrian, we already know this card's broken, and just, if you just need to make sure to get 2 more cards out of their hand, that's done. Bionic Blitz, this immediately go 1-for-1 with your opponent, which is fine because you're going to have way more cards than they will. And for fun, I played Rebrian Avatar of Affection just so you have more cards on the field. Like this is just a board wipe. This could be really anything, but I just chose Rebrianne because I like her, and she's just a good card. For Curve, going over cards to replace. I was referred that Super 17 might be a good replacement for Rebrand. I think that could be true, especially since you can play with Frieza's Army Healing Pod, and you can make them discard 2 cards, and then the attack can't be negated either. So that's pretty good. I think this cooler. We haven't talked about it enough, but this card's just bonkers. So for 3 energy, you play this card, it's a 15k, and then you can immediately go +1 with the effect, but you also go +1 with card advantage because you draw 2 after discarding 1. And then if you have Frieza's Army Healing Pod and you discard a Doria, you go +3, I guess, maybe +4, because you draw 3 cards and you have a 1-drop on field. But then also activate once per turn. If you have a mono green leader, you can play a Meta Cooler token, so that's like another 15k that also has a 5k combo power. So like just all of that on, like, that's a super power for turn 3. You just get so much boost from it, and then like this card will have 4 tokens on it, so it's going to be really hard to get rid of. And the next turn, like, you can threaten playing 4 Meta Cooler tokens in one, so you get this card swing, you get the token you made last turn, you get the token you played this turn, and then you have 3 more tokens after that. So that's like a bunch of swings. So if you're not playing against green, another green deck with Dormant Potential Unleashed, you're feeling pretty confident with all those swings. Especially since you're probably like out advantaging your opponent. Even if you just go super wild with it, you're still fine if you have your own Dormant Potential in your hand. So there's all those cards. If you don't have this card though, I would recommend having probably like a 3 maybe a 4 Frieza Xeno in your deck, and then probably 2 of these Bardock Paternal Unison, especially since this -3 effect with getting triple attack and +5k works really well with the Frieza leader because it gets critical. So getting a 20k critical triple attack for 3 energy seems pretty good, especially when you're already doing hand destruction. K-Way Keymaster, I think is how her name is. So this is just like the generically good card that you play with Frieza's Army Healing Pod, because for 1, you combo with this card. In the end of battle, after you combo this card from your hand, if your leader card is green, you play it in rest mode. So you play it from the drop area, technically. So just on the defensive step, if they swing on with something, you can combo 1, play this. You play it for free, and then you get a draw card for Frieza's Army Healing Pod. So that's just good for 1 energy. It's kind of like a pseudo combo in that way. Roshi's just a good value card for green, and we have a bunch of extra cards, so that's something to consider. And then Cell's Earth Destroying Kamehameha, same idea. I'm not sure which one's better, if K-Way or Cell's Earth Destroying Kamehameha would be better. Probably, it's hard to say. Both of them kind of do the same thing, but instead of drawing 1, you discard 1 from their hand. This one's probably better, but this is just a cute option as well, and if you have room for it. But that is the list, and that's really all I have to say about this. I think this deck is just broken, and it's going to be really expensive. But maybe I can be wrong. But here's the video of me playing it from my live stream. All right. So he is going first, though. I'm going to shuffle, draw 3, and then another 3. That's a good card to start off with. Everything else kind of sucks. So let's just put everything back. Shuffle. Draw 2 and 3. All right. Still, you know what? This is actually probably fine. This is a fine card hand to have, because we got this guy and we got this guy, and we just won't be able to do anything with our leader for a couple turns, which is this is fine. I'm gonna make a video about wish leaders too, and what I think what needs to happen for them to be viable next set. And part of the thing that has to happen is that Go Tanks can't be a deck, because they get free card draw every time. Like every turn that you're not awakened, they get free card draw off your Dragon Balls, which is stupid. Oh yeah, in charge. I'm not gonna bust any balls. At least not any non-Dragon Balls. Okie dokie, got Dragon Ball. Yeah, this Bardock's super good. Or this Paragus is really good with the leader, because he can just do some funny stuff. I like it. All right, we are going to draw one. This is a tough choice because like we kind of want to play this card next turn just so we can like get some card draw. So like we don't really have anything else we can really play next turn. So but I don't really know a better card to charge. Like we can maybe do Zamasu. He'd be kind of good to charge. Or we could do Shocking Death Ball's fine. We have enough negates, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna end our turn. But it would be very nice to get any of my cards that play cards. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Oh, he got the oobs, which means he probably has one in hand. I'm gonna draw another card. Super Dragon Ball. Okay, he's gonna plus pretty hard. I don't know if you're playing Unison cards. I don't know if you want to add cards, but no negate. Because like turn 2, you want to play your Unison card. Okay, yeah, all right. He's going to. Oh, he's gonna super duper awaken, huh? Yeah, he had 3 oobs. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, I'll take the 1. Hey, that's a card. And for 2, he's going to draw 4, so that's fine. Also getting the Zarbon. This card's also not restricted to the leads, which is pretty nice. Just any card. You just play it for drop for free. Not for free, but for drawing one. Alright. He's going to awaken. Did not have a Broly that he discarded, so he can't add that. And he's probably just going to draw 1 and end his turn. Yeah. Yep. My turn. All right, we are going to draw the 1 and untap everything. Oh, there's our baby boy. Okay, we're going to charge this because now we know that we're not going to be playing this on turn 2. Actually, yeah, we're just going to wait a turn. So we're going to use okay, you gotta play it from your drop. So you gotta, man, we're probably fine. I mean, do we like play this, discard? What would be the best sequencing here? I mean, playing this, we could have played this for free. But okay, we're just gonna play that. We're gonna do so we're gonna swing on in here. Leader effect. So we're gonna pop this bar. You have to green Unison card and play. Yeah. So what, we pop this and you get to choose 1 card in your life, and add it. So we're gonna do that for sure. We're gonna drop this card, and then we're going to combo for 15k. He drops his own Zarbon, which is good for him. It's also not once per turn, which is dumb. Alright, do this. Popping that. And then pot effect. Draw 1. And we'll end our turn. Oh, also, did you drop, is that right? No, okay. Fun fact, the card tip on this card is wrong, because it says when this card is played or removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd. It's only when this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd. Alright, so he's charging a Broly. That's a scary card. Alright, leader effect, probably just draw one. I think we're okay with him doing this. I'm going to say no negates. If he blows up the Zarbon, I'll be mad. 15. We'll take the one. We get to Self-Awaken next turn, which is nice. Okay. Kurgus looks top 5 for Broly BR. Ooh, the 9 drop. Scary. Alright, watch out for him. Jeez. Okay. Looks good. We're going to untap all. We are going to draw a card. We're going to charge another healing pod because we don't need another one. Alright, we're going to swing here. Alright. Leader effect. Draw one. Pop. And you discard one. Yeah. Alright, there's one. Two. Alright. And then 10k. So he blows that up. I will pop her. What do I want to do next? I mean, probably just makes sense to play this dude. I'm just going to do Awaken. Tap 1. Face. I get to draw 1. And then choose 1 Frieza card. Yeah, so we're going to find, we're going to use the Dory effect. There. Meta cooler effect. Add card. Meta. Where is he? If I just type in token, does it bring up? Is that it? Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, it's the fan-made one, but that's okay. We're also gonna clone him over here, just for future reference. Alright, so we get the +1, and then also the +1 effect. So, choose 1 card in your hand, discard it, draw 2. So we're gonna discard this Dodoria. Discard him, play him, draw 3. So boom. Then we get to draw 3. 2 for Metacooler and 1 for him. You know, he's a 4. And then leader effect. Pop him. Give him critical. And I get to choose, so I'm going to choose that card. And then we're going to just swing on in there. We got 15k crit. Cool. And that will be it. Maybe I should have comboed with this. I'm probably fine. Right, and yeah, using the energy exhaust around effect. That's nice. No negates. Ooh, and he doesn't have that anymore. Drawn 1. All right, so now like this turn, we're gonna draw 1. Another pod because we don't need it. Let's see. We're gonna do this card effect. Discard 2. effect. Play this guy. And we get to draw 3. Which is really dumb. Response to him being played. Leader effects. Pop. Back card. And give him crit. Oh, clone card. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this anyways. Okay. I will first respond with him. Yeah. Does that change? Same target? Okay. And then blow that up. And then for 1, we can get Zamasu. And then swing in there. Okay. So that doesn't work. And we're gonna swing on there. I'm gonna give him a card. I'm gonna draw 1. And we're gonna go 15k. He's gotta take it. Unless he can combo the Kakunsa. Maybe he'll do that out of spite. No. No. Unison has crit. Alright, and end my turn. But yeah, can you just see how much card advantage you just generate? It's stupid. Now you've got like this with 4 life. That's just nutso. It just generates just so much value. Okay, drawing 1. I'm gonna do this Frieza. Pop that. Yeah. Add this to my hand. And then discard it. And then play it. And then I get to draw 1. Okie dokie. Draw 1. Charge a card. Sure. Let's charge this Zarbon. Leader effect. Yeah. Yeah. Add counter. Yeah. Metacore. Yeah. Draw 3. Baby. Ooh. Do one of these. Swing on their leader. Okay, I will draw 1. 15k. Yeah. And I gotta choose 1 card, so I will discard this boy. And then I'll do... Yeah. 15k grit. Metacore. Clone. Yeah. Swing on there. 15k. Yeah. 20k. Swing in again. Oh, he got it. I'm gonna play this for free. Okay. $15k. Another one.